How to use Eventide Blackhole. Hi there, in this video we will delve into how to use Eventide Blackhole. Let's jump right in. Levels and monitoring. In. This controls the input level to the plugin, between -60 dBFS and +12 dBFS. This parameter sets the input level for both the wet and dry signals. Out. This controls the output level of the plugin, between -60 dBFS and +12 dBFS. This parameter sets the signal level after the mix control. Meters indicates the audio level before and after the reverb algorithm. These meters are after the in control and out control, respectively, to aid in level adjustment. Overload. This indicates an overload somewhere in the reverb's signal chain. If illuminated, you may want to reduce the level of the input audio. This is a sticky indicator, so once it fires it will stay lit until cleared. To clear the overload indicator, simply click on it. Now let's look at the Blackhole parameters. Mix. Mix determines the relative level of the wet and dry signals. Gravity. Blackhole's equivalent to decay time, as seen on many other reverbs. On the right-hand side, the gravity control sweeps through its forward reverb range from a very dense decay to a very long and smooth decay. On the left-hand side, the gravity control is in its inverse mode and sweeps through a range of reverse, reverb-like settings. Size. Size determines the size of the reverb. This can range from very small to gigantic. Pre-delay. Pre-delay sets the amount of delay before the reverb section. When tempo sync is off, this ranges from 0 to 2000 milliseconds. When tempo sync is set to either sync or manual, it is set in beat divisions of the tempo. Low. Low controls the level of low frequencies in the reverb tail using a shelving filter with a corner frequency of 350 Hz. High. High controls the level of high frequencies in the reverb tail using a shelving filter with a corner frequency of 2000 Hz. Tempo sync. This controls the tempo mode of the plugin. When off, the pre-delay amount is in milliseconds. When in sync mode, the pre-delay amount will sync to the tempo of the DAW session. When in manual mode, the pre-delay amount will sync to a tempo which can be set manually. Mod depth. Mod depth sets the modulation depth in the reverb tail. This can be a subtle control, which nevertheless can reduce ringing in the reverb tail and add some motion to the sound. Mod rate. Mod rate sets the relative speed of the modulation in the reverb tail. Subtle but useful. Feedback. Feedback controls the feedback around the entire reverberation structure, for even larger sounds. Turning clockwise to infinite will allow for infinite reverberation time, while still letting incoming signal into the reverberation structure. Turning further clockwise to freeze sets the reverberation time to infinite, and does not allow incoming signal into the reverberation structure. Keep in mind that either mod depth or mod rate must be turned down to 0 in order for infinite reverberation time to be achieved. Resonance. Resonance controls the resonance of the low and high filters. When the filters are set to 0, this does nothing, but when they are active, it can create a much more filtered sound. But be careful, extreme settings will increase the chances of overloads. Now here is where it gets interesting. Let's get into the performance controls. Using the ribbon. The ribbon allows the dynamic modification of several knobs at once, emulating what you would be able to do with real hardware in front of you. By programming left and right ranges for any knob, the ribbon lets you morph between settings by clicking anywhere on the ribbon, and moving the electric arc back and forth. To program the settings for the ribbon, click on the white dot at the tip of any knob and drag it to the desired setting for the left-hand side of the ribbon. This will program the knob and draw a blue arc from the initial knob position to the new, programmed knob position. Now to adjust the knob position for the right side of the ribbon, click on the blue dot at the opposite side of the arc and adjust it to the desired position for the right side of the ribbon. If you wish to adjust the ribbon programming for any knob, simply grab the dots at either end of the mark and adjust them to the desired position. To clear the ribbon programming for any knob, simply right-click on the dot at either end of its arc, or move the dots to be on top of each other. Alternatively, the ribbon can be programmed by pressing the button on the left or right side of the ribbon, and then moving any knob to its desired ribbon position for that side. The ribbon programming can be cleared for all knobs by right-clicking the button on either side of the ribbon. Additionally, the ribbon is programmed to follow MIDI continuous control CC number 1 messages, better known as the modulation wheel. This enables you to use the modulation wheel on a MIDI device to move many knobs at once, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Kill. This kills the input to the reverb section, allowing you to hear the reverb tail fade out. This can be useful to help dial in the sound, or it can be automated for a more tremolo-like effect. Kill can be toggled via MIDI continuous control, CC, number 2 messages. It will toggle when the CC goes from a low value less than 64, to a high value greater than 64. Hot switch. Hot switch allows you to instantaneously toggle between 2 settings for any combination of knobs and gain controls, allowing you to quickly jump between 2 different sounds. To program settings for the hot switch, click and hold the hot switch until the light ring around it begins to blink. While the light ring is blinking, set the controls to the desired setting. When you are done, press the hot switch button again to exit programming mode. Now, pressing the hot switch toggles between the off state and programmed values. To clear the programmed settings, simply right-click the hot switch. The light ring around it will quickly blink to confirm that the settings have been cleared. The hot switch can be toggled via MIDI continuous control, CC, number 3 messages. The hot switch will toggle when the CC goes from a low value less than 64, to a high value greater than 64. Freeze. Freeze sets the reverb time to infinite, sets feedback and mod depth to freeze, and mutes the input, effectively freezing the audio in the reverb buffer. Making changes to some controls when freeze is active can allow for interesting sound design. Freeze can be controlled via MIDI continuous control, CC, number 4 messages. It will toggle when the CC goes from a low value less than 64, to a high value greater than 64. Now let's look at the preset bar. Located at the top of the Blackhole plugin, the preset bar lets you load and save presets, along with several other features. When Blackhole is installed, a library of settings is placed into the user/music/eventide/blackhole/presets folder, Mac, or the user/documents/eventide/blackhole/presets folder Windows. These presets have a Tide extension, and can be saved or loaded from the Blackhole preset bar in any supported DAW. In many DAWs there is an additional generic preset bar that saves DAW-specific presets to a separate location. We recommend saving your presets using the Eventide preset bar to ensure that your presets will be accessible from any DAW. You can also create subfolders inside the preset folders, if you wish. Load and Save allows you to load a Tide preset that is stored anywhere on your computer. Save allows you to save a new preset to anywhere on your computer, but it is recommended that you place it somewhere in the user/music/eventide/blackhole/presets folder, if on Mac, or user/documents/eventide/blackhole/presets folder, if on Windows, so that it is accessible from the preset drop-down. Note that you can create subfolders for your presets, for easier navigation and organization. Compare allows you to toggle between the current settings and the last saved or loaded preset. This allows you to save or load settings that you like, tweak as you please, and return to the original settings for comparison. Mix Lock, located at the top next to the preset save and load buttons, is a button called Mix Lock. Pressing this will enable a global mix value that will be the same on every preset that is loaded. This is especially useful on an effect return track where the mix should always be set to 100. Info opens the user guide, for quick access from the Blackhole plugin. We hope this information has been helpful. Be sure to check out our Blackhole presets. We have several top-rated world-class preset expansions for Eventide Blackhole and other Eventide products. You can also view audio and video examples here on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, my friend. Be sure to subscribe.